When the third Monster Hunter Wilds trailer came out 5 months ago, I knew some of my friends would be upset. As arachnophobes, the Lala Barina wasn't exactly welcome. And the more recent reveal of Nerscylla wasn't appreciated either. Kinda makes sense. You already have one spider boss, wanna have more? I missed out on the beta last fall, so I didn't really get a chance to check everything out for myself back then. And despite the fact that I'm generally pretty good about staying up to date on game announcements and such, I had completely missed out that Wilds has a dedicated Arachnophobia mode. Naturally, when I found out, I let my friends know when everyone was happy about the added accessibility options, but truth be told, it's not like there are giant spiders in the beta. Sure, there are those creepy, disgusting mosquito things crawling around. I hate those, they're gross. But during my digging, I saw a lot of people around Reddit and Blue Sky trying to figure out what kind of effect, if any, it would have on actual monsters. Well, that news came out a few days ago. It won't.
On the screen right now, we can see many small spider-type monsters, and there may be players who are not very comfortable with that. So we added a feature which you can access through the options, where it allows you to turn on the Arachnophobia mode, which will change the appearance of the small monsters. It will not have an effect on the large monsters like Nerscylla, because Nerscylla uses its specific body parts for attacks, and we didn't want to change the experience for that.
Needless to say, I find that disappointing. I hope my friends can avoid those spider fights as much as possible. Maybe I'll have to hop in and do the hunt for them while they stand by, if that blocks progression at all. And for people stuck playing single player, you might be able to speed through the fights a little bit with some support hunters, minimizing how much you have to engage directly with the spiders. At the very least, you can try and use a ranged weapon while the AI get up close and personal. But turning it off was a battle in and of itself. Mostly because I was looking while playing the game, and it's not an option unless you've exited out to the main menu. That makes sense. I guess I don't want to have to reload the entire game to change the models, but it's actually pretty easy to find. Just open your options, navigate over to accessibility, and click into Arachnophobia Assistance, which is second from the top. Again, turning it on only adjusts the appearance of multi-legged creatures such as arachnids, insect-like small monsters, and endemic life. This does not change their movements or difficulties. It simply disguises them as these still creepy, but way less insectoid blobs. I appreciate that Capcom included some kind of setting, but I really wish they had gone further. What do you think? Is the solution that they came up with good? Or should have they taken an extra step to make the game fully accessible for arachnophobes? I get why they don't want to do it. How can you tell what the monster is going to do if it's just one giant blob and you can't see the moves it's telegraphing? Maybe that's unfair or makes the fight harder. But the alternative here is people don't fight the monster at all, or just don't play your game, which seems worse to me. I'm not sure how much effort it would have been just to swap them for a blob. But at the very least, for PC players, there is some hope, and that's the modding scene. There are mods aplenty for Rise and Worlds, so I suspect someone will take things into their own hands and solve the problem themselves. If I do see that, I'll 100% let you know. So for now, we have to settle for turning off the tiny little swarms of spiders. It's something. It is something. But definitely giant spiders are a whole thing, right? Personally, I find the swarms creepier. Lots of tiny little things, don't like it. One giant spider, not a big deal. For me personally, but I do know some people don't want any spiders at all. So hopefully the modders can come up with some kind of solution after the game releases. Again, I'll 100% let you know if I do see that. I'm sure the modding scene will be very active. If you want to support the channel, one of the best things you can do is free, and all you have to do is leave a like, a comment, or even a single emoji. For now though, I think that's it. I'll see you next time.